here at the home of my first retreat with my new buddy Lisa, who is an expert on nutrition, and she's just had her first gorgeous baby boy, Angel. My first question, I have read in so many magazines, websites, books, things that I should and shouldn't be eating during pregnancy, and there are lists and lists of things that I shouldn't be eating. How seriously should I be taking that, or should I be listening to my body more and kind of going what my body's thinking I should be eating?
I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Lindsay. To be honest, there is so much information out there, especially about what we shouldn't be eating. I do feel that our own body is our best doctor, especially being like yourself, Lindsay, doing regular yoga, regular meditation. We get to know our body, and I feel that as individuals, if we're listening to what our body is wanting, and that could be better than some list that may be right for someone and not right for someone else. Two things that I would say should be top of the to-do list or to-eat lists for everyone who's pregnant would be healthy fats and proteins. Okay. So some examples of that would be avocados. Avocados, superfood, whole food. We could actually live off them. Always cook with coconut oil, especially if you're heating it over a certain level. I know yourself, you have a nut allergy. I ate a lot of nuts when I was pregnant, almonds, Brazil nuts, things like that are really, really good as well.
I struggled loads in my first trimester with morning sickness. Okay. Is there anything you can recommend that could have helped with this and could possibly help other people that are struggling with morning sickness?
Yeah, I think when you read about morning sickness, one thing that's always mentioned is ginger, but it doesn't seem to help some people. Some people feel worse. But if we get to the root cause of morning sickness, often it's a magnesium deficiency that the lady will have. So if people can start to build up their magnesium levels before pregnancy and in the early days, 3 foods that we could look at there is certainly nuts. Brazil nuts are one of the highest. If you can't have nuts, seeds, pumpkin seeds. Quinoa is a good source of magnesium, and one that will make all the ladies happy is dark chocolate. If you can get pure cacao, that is one of the highest sources of magnesium in food that we can have. So those are my key.
My midwife has recommended that I drink nettle and raspberry tea to help with shorter labour. What do you think about this? Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. Certainly with the raspberry leaf tea, it's supposed to strengthen your uterus.
Okay.
But they do recommend not to have it too early in pregnancy. That's what a lot of things to read. Now, there are conflicted. Some people have said it's really helped them, some people haven't. Personally, I had a few cups. Did it help? I don't know. So with nettle tea, it's a really good source of vitamin K, and it is important when we're pregnant to keep our vitamin K levels high. So if you like nettle tea, there's certainly no harm. But another good way of keeping vitamin K levels high would be to eat kale, which is great for our UK friends out there because it's coming up to the season.
So if there are any other mums out there that have just figured out that they're pregnant and are a bit overwhelmed by everything right now, have you got any advice for them in their early days?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to leave them with 3 tips. So I think every new mum will do some kind of research, and everyone will see about the folic acid. So most people will have taken that as a supplement. The one thing that's not as commonly advertised is vitamin D. And certainly for those new mums out in the UK, it's winter at the moment, you may not be going outside, certainly won't be getting a lot of sunshine. I'm not one for recommending a lot of supplements because I like to try and get our vitamins and minerals from the food we eat, but vitamin D is one that's really difficult to get from food. So I'd recommend a vitamin D supplement. I'd also recommend an iron supplement called Sparto, which is a Snowdonian water.
Okay.
Now you can actually get that now in, it comes in apple juice, and it tastes really nice, but it's really important to keep your iron levels high. And last but by no means least, I would say keep the chemicals as low as possible. Too many people count calories and not enough count chemicals. I read something recently that is quite shocking, that some babies are born with more than 250 chemicals in their umbilical cord.
No way.
So I feel it's so important for us to limit the chemicals that we expose our unborn baby to. So those are my 3 tips.
Good tips, thank you. And the result of a happy, healthy pregnancy is the gorgeous, gorgeous Angel, who's now 4 months old,
Starting to
beaming with
teen.
health. And yeah, so as you can see, if you eat well and look after yourself, this is the results. It's gorgeous.